Hello, everyone, and happy Valentine's Day. It's so great to be here with you. And I'm going to be heading out for a really nice dinner in just a few minutes, but I want to spend a couple minutes with you. It's been a while since we have had a channel message from Jesus. And a lot of you know me as a Christ channeler, and I've been talking to Jesus since a small child, and my near death experience has definitely enhanced that because I did see him on the other side and he did come for me and he did resurrect me. And I owe him so much because he's taught me so many things. He's my teacher and he's my beloved friend as well as my redeemer. And he's just amazing. So, and I know a lot of you watching also love him too. How can you not love him? His energy is so great. So Jesus comes to me. I didn't call it channeling back in the day. I called it, I just thought I didn't, maybe inspirations, but now look back, notebooks going back almost 39 years of it's channeling. And I didn't maybe have a word for it back then, but that's what it is. And he really does love talking to everybody. And it's just, he comes to me as being sometimes very funny, and he'll say things and it just makes me laugh and it just relaxes things. But I know that he wants to have a message for everyone about love. And that's what we're going to talk about. I do want to do a couple announcements first. Please sign up for the Essenes this Saturday. I will be speaking that sign up at portal to ascension.com, portal to ascension.com. And I will be speaking about the Essenes and ancient Judea about my topic's going to be right here is the early teachers of Christ, and about so much of what Jesus has taught came from the Essenes, at least his early teaching. So I think that you will find that really enlightening and fascinating. And apparently, the person that's co-hosting with Neil Gar was one of the people that actually transcribed the Dead Sea Scrolls. So that should be that blows me away. He got someone like that. That's fantastic. So you've got to check that out. And then also, I will be offering a course. Sign up for my academy at divinewisdom.com. And if you look under events, you'll see I'll be offering a free course on superpower training, and that's March 3rd. And I will, if you put in the code activate, that's the code, you'll get a $69.75 free 2-hour superpower coach training by me. And the people have done it in the past. They really like it. And I tend to teach the teachers. I'm not saying if you're not a beginner, I can help you. I can, because I had to start at some place too. We all do. So I can definitely see that. But I'm at a very advanced psychic, evidential medium, physical and medium, as well as mental medium, trance and conscious channeler. So I do a lot of things. I've had a lot of training with a lot of well-known British, in particular, evidential mediums and channelers. And so I'll be offering that. So check that out. That's for free. So I wanted to get into this message from Jesus today. And I mean, first of all, here we are at Valentine's. It's one of my favorite holidays. And wearing pink for you guys, and my earrings, my little pink earrings, because it's really about love, isn't it? It's about, the feeling when you think about love, it just lightens everything, doesn't it? I mean, when just being around other people like Valentine's, I know today's about love. So we come together in love. Why? We're focusing on love. And love is the greatest thing. It can melt down and eliminate and evaporate all fears and troubles that we have through the love that we focus on, because we manifest what we think about. So our love for each other is very strong. We have loved ones around us we care so much for, but we actually care about each other. And, we do that through our prayers, through our thoughts. We're always connected. And it's just, I really want to honor that love we have for one another today and ourselves. So I'm going to take my glasses off. I wore them they are actually prescription, but I wore them today. So this is Valentine's, but isn't it cool? They're really cool, but they are prescription. So I want to go into this thing with Jesus, and I really want to kind of show you how I do it as well. But I want to go into a tea. I do drink a lot of water. I say, God bless this water. Father Yahweh, bless this Father. You can say Mother, Father. Same thing. Bless this water to the highest, to my highest good, and to a DNA level to heal me. And I drink a lot of water, which you can get this cool glass at the Seeking Heaven channel. Anyhow, drink a lot of water, and I bless the water. It's important. And then what I'll do is I'll take a couple deep breaths. You can do it with me now. I don't want you just to hear the words. I want you to feel the words. I have no idea what Jesus is going to say. I'm just going to ask him to step forward because I love him so much. I'm going to let him take control and give you a message on love today. And I just thank you all for supporting me. It's not been easy having a channel from nothing. Jesus told me to start it in 2020, and now I have almost 2.14 million views, 16 something thousand subscribers. I mean, I'm just grateful for everyone because a lot of the people that watch are also my friends, my peers, they're other spiritual leaders, and it gives me much gratitude. So I try to be a platform, not for really a community that we can join together. So I'm going to take a couple of breaths, and I'm going to ask Jesus what his message is for us today on the topic of love, since we are, all experiencing a day of love with Valentine's. So I'm going to take a couple deep breaths. Hello, beloveds. It is a happy day to celebrate surviving, living, laughter, and joy. You don't have to have a separate day set aside for that, but that can live in you always. It's always about the moments in life that can count the most. And it's always the most minute, small ones that seem to impress upon our hearts, whether it's touching of a hand of a small baby or going in the field and feeling the soft grass around our feet. It's always these simple pleasures that remind us how beautiful it is to be in this human body, expressing ourselves as an eternal soul being. And so this day that everyone celebrates in love, wouldn't it be joyful if we did this every day, if we celebrated the love not only within us, but there is a love that's given to you every day, whether you know it or not. I love each of you. I know each of you, and I love each of you immensely so. There are no words to describe the love I have for you and the depths of what I will do for you and for each of you, as though you're individual soul beings, yet at the same time, you are all mine that I love so dearly. And I try to nurture you with my love and encouragement and gentle support. Now, I do have assistance with that. There is an angelic team always at hand and always willing to step forward to offer love, a healing, a direction, a guidance, an inspiration, a muse as you speak. Not all my angels are the same, and some are quite characters, and they enlighten and inspire others for creativity and for art. And there are others that encourage on a soul level to do the things that they're fearful of, but it's the very thing they need to do. So there's angels among you everywhere. And I am the commander of all the angels, but you are never alone. There's a very big, if I would say, hierarchy that is in divine realms that is always looking out for you. Your sole purpose here is not one of a lone path, although at times you may feel very lonely going forward. But the divine expression of love is always sent to you. If you just sit still or lie still, if you may, then you can feel the love just pouring over you like a warm sun or a warm heated blanket. You are cradled in my Father and my love and the divine realms. Always. You are always protected. For your existence is not one that's unexpected, but very planned. way ahead of time. Therefore, you not only are an old soul, you are a soul, and that soul is eternal by its nature. There is no old or new. It just is, and you just are, and I am. And so there it is. And because you are a soul that came from the highest form, you know love innately. But when there's hurt and there's anger, it diminishes that love until there's less and less love. And there are people in this world that have very little love. And there's many reasons why, but it's generally the hurt that is compounded upon their soul lessons. And the answer to that is to let them fall down and to skin their knee so they can get up to walk another day. But your job can be one of kindness, gratefulness, assistance if it's called for you to do so, but mainly just to be love, to send that person love, to not think ill will or be judging of them, but to send them love where they are having a difficult time on their journey. But it's also very important not to think of the difficult times, but to think about the love that's created within you and that you are an expression of love. And as walking in this earth, it's important for you to realize that you are radiating much like a radio broadcast symbol. What you're feeling, what your inner thoughts are, they are sending out signals to other people. So why not make that one of love? One of purpose. That, for example, I love this world. I love this planet. I love the universe. I love all that's in me because I am love of the highest order. We are love. There is only love. And in the end, that's all that really matters. So by looking at yourself as a vessel of love, even though there's some days I'm sure you don't feel like it, but yet it is so, you are. There may be a glass on the table that is filled with, say, lemonade. And that lemonade may go, oh, well, I'm not the perfect lemonade. I don't know about that. I don't feel like lemonade today, but yet it is so. It is a glass full of lemonade. And you are a vessel of love. How you express that is different for different people. And when you love someone, it is uniquely something that you express in your own way. Everyone is different, but it comes out to love, and people feel it and they know it. So you can decide whether you want to be an expression of that vessel love that's within you innate, or you can decide to suppress it. Many people do that because they're afraid they won't be accepted. But this is also part of the human condition, and it's also a lie. It's not true. When you show love, you receive love. You reap what you sow. When you put forth more love in the world, you will get it back. Maybe not from the same people even that you extended out to, but you will get it somewhere. And if there's grace given to you, then so you will give grace, and vice versa. So the kindness and love and joy is all part of a loving expression, and happiness, and possibly a lot of dancing. Know that I am with you always. You can always talk to me. I am always close at hand. I am your biggest ally. And I ask everybody today to be my Valentine because I love you eternally. And whether you say yes or no, I'm always here for you. I love each of you. Have a day that you choose that's filled with love. Okay. So I hope that you like that message from Jesus. I'll have to go back and hear it because when I'm doing this, I don't really know exactly what he says. I know a little bit. I kind of remember, but a few minutes I'll remember less and less. That's what happens with channeling. And I feel very comfortable him blending with me and being in my presence because he's so beautiful and so loving. But it is a good message of that we are we are vessels of love. I do remember him saying that, and that is very true. And what we choose to do with that is on our own. But I think about how we choose to express love, and that's something maybe we should look at. Whether if it's a parent to a child, how do we show love? Do we buy the child a new toy? Do we play a game with a child? If we have a spouse or significant other, how do we show love to them? Is it through food? Do we cook for them? Do we buy them little trinkets? Do we help them in the yard with gardening? I mean, how is that we show love? And it's very different for each person how they receive it and how they give it. And I think it's something that it's a continual process that we need to work on. And I look at my mom, for example. She shows love. It's so cute. She's been doing this for years. It's just so sweet. She's big personality, very colorful, dresses colorful. She looks great, great for her age. She looks great. And she's just so full of life. She's such a fae. I'm going to do a whole show on faes. She's such a fae. That's like a fairy, DNA. She's all that. And loves glitter, loves, fashion. I mean, top fashion, all this. And she comes over and she'll always come over as unexpected, and she'll bring me a bouquet of roses. And it is the sweetest thing. She doesn't have them a lot, but she'll just do that. And, I was sick over the holidays, and she showed up with a little pink kitty cat and beautiful pink roses. And it's just the sweetest thing, when she does that. And sometimes I look like, well, I should show more love in the world. And I think we all need to think about that, like how we can show more love. My husband shows love to me through cooking. He'll get in there and go, what do you want to eat? And I'll tell him, and go, okay, I'll make that happen. And he does. And I'll say, well, don't make anything heavy because, I don't eat too complex, and he'll go, okay, I used everything really light and really, it's like, okay. And so that's how he shows me love. And he fixes stuff on my computer. Like when I need it, I'm like, I'm freaking out. I can't get it working. And he'll run in there and help me. So, I think about how I show love to people. Generally, I think I do that through encouragement and support, and to make them feel, genuinely good about themselves. Like I mean that sincerely. And I try to rise people to that next level. I do that a lot of times through my presence. Because I'm an angelic hybrid. So I do that through my presence, but I'm really genuine about that. I try to do that with everyone. I also, I just try to be thoughtful. I'm not always the best at that, but I try really hard that when I can think of, someone that I try to do something for them, I try to be attentive to that. I'm not perfect, but I think I try to do little small things. I actually kind of track people that I care about, see how they're doing. Everyone I've ever read, I pray for. I just continually pray for them, and that they have joy and happiness. So I do a lot of that, also showing love in other ways in the etheric. I help heal them. I do prayers over them. I do a lot of stuff at night for people. But I guess in person, I just try to encourage them and let them know I love them, give them hugs. I'm a big hugger. So I think that's, what I do. And I also like to make people laugh. I've been that way since a kid. I was like the jokester in class and always cutting up and what have you. So I'll do anything for a laugh. So I think that helps lighten people up too. So just think about what it is that you do that brings about a loving feeling. And this is good to see you from Australia. Much love to you. Happy Valentine's Days. And thanks for chiming in. Oh, this Eva. I love Eva. Speaking of Eva, she's such an expression of love. She's started out, she's a client, but she's also a friend and wonderful healer. Beautiful, beautiful woman. So I try to do things to be thoughtful, and I don't always hit the mark. But I think that's all we can do is try. And I think, but if we tap into a bigger source, like the love of Christ, I mean, I'm just going to tell you from my personal experience, there just ain't anything better. I mean, you just ask him to step forward and blend with you and just do that for a while. You'll end up being so high. You'll be giggling. It's just a good love. It's such a pure, unconditional love. And it's so intimate. He just intimately knows everybody. And he knows what you like and what you don't like intimately. And it's amazing to me. And so if you don't know Jesus, whatever your religion is, or that really isn't what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about like the just Christ, his love. That's all, religion free. I say, give it a go. His love is wonderful. And just being a part of that makes you realize, it gives you the encouragement, the love that you have within. So look, everybody have a happy Valentine's Day. I appreciate you listening. And I also want to thank Jesus for his message today. I love everybody. Bye.